Hi there, folks. It's Manoj Patel from Hamlet Homes, and I'm talking to Ames from Ames Hapi Hub. Ames, give us a quick run through in terms of what you're doing and how you've got to where you are with your Hapi Hub.
Yeah, I've been doing this now for 3 years.
Yeah.
It'll be 3 years on the 31st of July.
So
I started off with one community fridge in the local community centre where I live in Orford,
yeah.
and then it expanded, and now I have 9 locations. I have 10 volunteer drivers.
Wow.
But currently we're down to one driver, and he's picked up all the donations that normally I have 7 drivers out, different days of the week, from all the way from Latchford and Grappenhall right the way through to Burton Wood, Padgate, near town. We was helping primary schools, St Barnabas Primary School over near town and St Andrews Primary School in Orford. We was helping hundreds of families in each location every week, whereas now we're doing it outside 3 homes, one in Orford, one on Cape Storm Road and one in Padgate, over on Avery Close, where all the elderly bungalows are.
Yes.
We've got a lady over there, she's making sandwiches up and she's got a pasting table outside her house. We're just doing our bit, and everybody knows that uses our community fridges that I put a post on Facebook each day of what we've got at each location, and people just go along and take what they need. If we have an abundance of things, then me and my partner's children go out, and when it's just before it gets dark, we go out and we take a donation, we knock on people's doors, and we go to the end of the path, shut the gate, and they open the door, and there's either a loaf of bread there or a pint of milk, or yesterday it was bags of potatoes. We got like 80 bags of potatoes. Me driver's big Jeep was full of bags of potatoes.
Yeah, I saw that photo yesterday.
Yeah, so we're still getting as much food as we can from supermarkets and redistributing it as and when we can. But that's what we do.
Wonderful. How did all this start then, Ames?
Right, so I was 30 stone up until 2017, and I had to have a couple of serious life-changing operations to help me get back on my feet and be able to lose the weight. And I thought, right, well, I haven't gone through all this to carry on sitting at home, turning to alcohol. So I got into Pathways, and then I saw Jamie and Jimmy on Friday night takeaway, and they did community fridge at South MP back in 2015, 2016. So I thought, you know what? I got into food because I had to lose weight, so I had to change my lifestyle, my diet, everything. And I decided to put something back into the community. Saw the community fridge. I went to the local community centre, put the idea to them, and then I went round all the supermarkets asking if they would be interested. This was just as Fair Share was up and running, and they were donating. So I went to Asda's and I spoke to Liz Cottrell within Asda Cockhead. She's the events champion, and we was allowed to go and backpack in store to raise the money for the first community fridge, and we put it in Orford Community Centre on Festival Avenue. And from the little acorn did the big tree grow, and we are where we are now, 3 years on.
Brilliant. It's absolutely fab. And how have you found... Sorry, go ahead, Ames.
Yeah, so we did a piece with Asda about 18 months ago, and it went national across all their cons. We had over 4.5 million hits. Yeah, the story went national. It just went berserk. But since this lockdown, we're finding even my closest of neighbours in the street that I don't tend to normally mix with, they're coming across and using the facilities. We have elderly neighbours that my partner's children will go out, like I said, 2 or 3 times a day, and we'll take them to different people. We've given some of them not my number, I've given them the Hapi Hub number, and my partner's given the elderly, some of them her number, and we're finding they're touching base and saying, I don't like to bother you, but if you get a loaf of bread, I'm running short. I don't like to go out because I want to keep myself safe.
Yeah.
So we're going round, and, you know, when they want to give us money for these loaves of bread, but we just won't see it because, you know, they're free.
Yeah.
And she says, no, but it will help towards petrol. I'll buy the children some chocolate. I said, we don't do it for that. I said, we're not doing it for that. I said, we don't need your money, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're finding it difficult. I won't lie, we are finding it difficult because my main driver lost his daughter the other day as well. And they're putting that down to possible she had COVID-19, but she had other things going on, so he's had that to deal with, but he wants to keep busy, so he still wanted to do Happy Hub.
Yeah.
But I've told him whenever he finds it too much, he must tell me, because his health and well-being comes first and foremost before, if he can't, there's no iron team.
No.
So we're doing what we can, and I have got another lady who comes along. She works within Warrington Borough Council, and she comes along and she'll take 2 trays and she'll take it to the Latchford ladies that she has. So that's getting food across to people in Latchford as well.
And are you, Ames, are you seeing an increase in demand since the lockdown?
Yes.
In terms of people struggling to feed the families and feed themselves?
Absolutely. We do have our regulars that go to the community fridges, but we do have people that are scared to go out.
Yeah.
So like I said, with those that I know that are vulnerable, what I do is I send them a message either late on of the evening or first thing in the morning, so they can come first thing in the morning, because I have a couple of gentlemen that suffer with the mental health and schizophrenia.
Yeah.
So one of them started coming using the community fridge because it was me that was running it, and he knew I wouldn't judge him because of the situation I've been through myself. I've been a drinker, I've been a misuse of drugs act person, I've been in Costa del Risley, so I've been Costa del HMP over the years, but I am where I am now because of all that, and he knows that, so he knew that I wouldn't, when he came along, I'd just say, there's the stuff, help yourself. And then I'd leave him to it. I wouldn't be over his shoulder watching him, and that's what he liked. He said, because when he gets a food bank voucher, he feels that he's being sat and people are looking at him, whereas the approach I give is you go along, you fill a little piece of paper out, and all it says is the date, your postcode, your first name or your surname, what you've took and what you'd like to see in the future, and that is it. I don't need to know your ins and outs, don't need to know your date of birth, how many times you've used us, you don't need a food bank voucher. And because it's so like that, we're finding more people go and use it. So we started off at 100 to 200 families a month at the Festival Avenue. And now it's like 400 to 600 every couple of weeks. Some weeks it's 300, you know, and people are coming far and wide to use the facilities.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds amazing. You know, it's amazing what you've done yourself in terms of turning your life around. And now, you know, and putting it back into the community.
Well, that's what it's about, you know, because if I'd have had that support, maybe I wouldn't have slipped into drinking the way I did. But when I was in full-time employment, and then I lost my job due to an injury, and then that led me needing surgery, and then I gained weight because I needed surgery because I'd done my knees in.
And do you not, Ames, do you not find it amazing or astounding that there's so many families in need? Because I'm finding it
shocking. It is shocking. But you know what? We found that there's more people that are actually working that use our facilities that are doing two members of the family, both working, struggling to make ends meet. That to me is shocking. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do have people that are on benefit. So we are finding lots more families now are using us, but there is so many families that are in use. I mean, I work closely with the girls at Free Food Warrington, Julie Asprey, Rachel Berwick-Smiler, and Abby McGann. You know, we work closely with them as well because they cover Woolston and further afield in Birchwood. So there's lots of families out there lots of families out there that struggle, and they're struggling in silence, which is even sadder.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm glad that now, by social media, people are following Happy Hub.
Yes. Ames, it is really inspiring what you've done and what you've overcome.
Yeah.
To get to this point where you're helping so many families, and I think you're quite an inspiration, really, for the community.
Thank you.
Especially at this time when the community is most in need.
Yeah.
And I do, with like you, I agree that there seems to be an unprecedented amount of people at the moment that seem to be in need of extra help. It's an eye opener for me. This is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, is talking to people like yourself. That are helping in the community.
And we don't get a lot of money.
No.
Any money that's earned for Happy Hub, I go out and earn it.
Yeah.
So I do a lunch club once a fortnight. So we do a 2-course meal for £3, and we have all ages, because most lunch clubs are directed at the elderly.
Yeah.
So we direct it at any age.
Sure.
So mums can come with the young kids if they're not in nursery and so on and so forth. So if they're isolated, they can come along and meet an older person.
Yeah.
We have disabled people coming as well. We have a group of McIntyre of 15. They come every fortnight. And so
it's awesome what you're doing, Ames.
Thank you.
So if someone needed help, how do they best get in touch with you? Do you have a
right? So what I do every day is I put a post on Facebook, and people just go along to one of those locations that's mentioned and take what they need.
Right.
And that's it.
And you do your fortnightly
lunch club at Orford Community Centre. It's on a Thursday, every other Thursday.
You've got an inspiring story, Ames.
Thank you.
You know of where you've come from and what you've done, and I think that alone might motivate, even if someone doesn't need any help with food or anything. I think just there's an inspiring story in terms of what you've done and how you've turned your life around from alcoholism and everything. So there's an opportunity for, if someone else is in that position, just to talk.
Who's feeling a bit low and feeling that they've got no way forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
there is a way out. Absolutely, there's always a way
it.
out. But sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees.
Yeah.
And I am living proof of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a 30-stone alcoholic, and now I'm 12 stone something.
Yeah.
Not had a drink for 4 years.
Yeah, awesome talking to you, Ames. You're
and you, thank you for your time.
Person. No, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much.
It's nice that there's somebody like you out there that wants to do something like this now.
Ames, really good talking to you. Hopefully you stay safe. In a few weeks' time, I'm going to come and have a cup of tea or a coffee with you.
Yeah, cup of coffee. I'm all yours.
All right. Thanks, Ames. Take care.
All right. You take care.
Right.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.